so sorry this isn't going to be great lighting just because it's really dark and like rainy outside. So today in the mail I received my Sigma dry and shape, and before I get into this, I paid for this myself. I was not sent by Sigma and they're not paying me. Yeah, I spent my own money on this and I'm going to be reviewing it truthfully. So it came like this and it took about 6 days to get here, and I believe this retails for $29 US. So it comes in a box like this. You open it, it has all kind of stuff on the back. I'll take photos for you guys. And you have the actual thing, and you have, like usual with Sigma, you get a leaflet. So this tells you all about how you do it, the key features and stuff like that. Pretty standard. And today I'm going to test it out for you guys. So this is what it looks like. It comes in this, you can see it says dry and shape there. It smells really gross and plasticky, but you know, whatever. It feels pretty similar to the brush rolls though. So you open it up and it comes like this. You can see all the handles fit in here, and this bit's the elastic to put the brushes in. And I'm going to try out a variety of different brushes today. So I'm going to show you which ones I'm going to use. So first, this is a Sasa brush. Then I'm going to be using a MAC 181 Kabuki brush. Then another Sasa brush, which is an angled brush. Then I'm going to be testing out a MAC 130 brush. Then a MAC 134 brush, which is the big powder brush. MAC 188 brush. A MAC 131 brush. And lastly, a MAC 187 brush, which I'm going to be trying out these ones today. These are all face brushes just because it does fit a few eye brushes, but this is meant mainly for face brushes just because eye brushes dry really quickly anyway. So I'm going to put these in and see how they fit. So I haven't washed these yet, but you can see that they all fit in pretty nicely. You're supposed to just put the brush in the tightest elastic band it can go in, so it'll dry as quick as possible. So now I'm going to wash them and put them in here, and I'll get back to you. Okay, so I just finished washing my brushes, and I'm about to put the last brush in. Now, the one thing I would say about this is that it's a bit tricky maneuvering wet brushes and stuff. And also, actually that's not right. Yeah, this is my second point. It's hard finding the right holes for them. And the weird thing is that most of the brushes I'm using are MAC, and Sigma has, I know I'm not using Sigma brushes, which is what this is designed for, but Sigma has a very similar shape to MAC, so I don't see why it would be a problem. And the second difficulty that I've been having with these is it's hard to judge how far to push them, and then once you've gone too far you need to take it out and put it again. It's a bit tricky. I'm sure you get used to it with multiple uses, but just getting it the right amount in without putting it too far is a bit difficult to judge. But apart from that, it's been okay. So we'll just have to see. It is... Oh wait, see look, this one's come out. Yeah, so it is a bit difficult to maneuver these, but we'll see. Okay. So it is 20 past 4, so I'm going to check back at 20 past 8, then again at 20 past 10 to see how they're going. So I'm just going to leave them here flat like Sigma suggests and see how it goes. Hey guys, so it is almost 20 past 8 and I have got my dry and shape here with me. So we have it here. It's pretty much dried out now, but there's like little white marks everywhere. I don't know if you can see that, but they have like marks. But you know, I'm gonna fuss over that. So let me show you where I'm at the moment. So if I pull it out, this is the 131, which is supposed to be rounded. Supposed to be more like that. And I checked this at 2 hours as well, and this was pretty much dry then. So that's done. Also the MAC 188 was done, but you can see it's a little off. This was done about 2 hours as well. And it's not completely retained its shape. It has some like splayed hairs, if you can see that. It's not as perfect as I thought it would be. Then we have the MAC 130, and this was done about 3 hours, but you can see again it has splayed hairs to the side. Next is the 187 by MAC. This is pretty much dry. It feels a tiny bit damp, but you could definitely use it. Same kind of thing, it's retained its shape well, but there still are hairs. The angled brush. This was done at about 3 hours, and this feels pretty good. Once again, it is quite in shape, but still, it's not as perfect as this is advertised to make it. When I saw like the advert for this and stuff, it was advertised to be like make the perfect shape, brand new shape again, which it hasn't, but it's still done a decent job. Okay, now the big powder brush. You can see it's still splayed everywhere. Now look at that. Can you see all of these coming off to the side? That is not great, and that wasn't there before. I know that for a fact, so that wasn't like that before. So I'm not impressed with this brush. Well, I'm not impressed with what I did to this brush. Next we have the 134. I'm not sure if this is completely dry. Like this. See, one of the biggest problems I have with this is that it doesn't really cater to different shapes of brushes. You can see that they all came out a bit splayed and a bit off shape because it wasn't made for what shape they are. But once you go through them like this, it's okay. But then that's kind of not the point. It's supposed to set it in its original, like its proper shape. It's been 4 hours, and this is nearly dry, pretty much dry, just a tiny bit damp. Once again, it looks pretty good, it looks pretty in shape, but it's still not perfect. It's not as perfect as I'd expect it to be, or I was led to believe it would be. Which I'm not sure will be dry because it's supposed to need 6 hours, but actually it is pretty much dry. Once again, this isn't in the right shape because this isn't made for it, but it's done a pretty good job of drying it quickly, because kabukis I find usually need to take overnight, and this has done it in 4 hours, so that's quite impressive. Now I'm going to show you something quickly. Can you see all these white marks? I'm not sure what this is. So that is my first impression of the Sigma drying shape. It's decent, but it's not quite what I think. It's not quite what I was expecting. It doesn't live up to quite what they were telling me it would do, but it does it decently, and it does dry them quickly, quicker than the alternative. So it does the drying, but it doesn't necessarily do the shaping, so keep that in mind if you're thinking of purchasing this. Hope you guys found this useful, and I'll see you soon. Bye.